Okay, active people, today we're going to be looking at another set of bone conduction headphones, this time from SHOKZ, formerly AfterShokz. They're called the OpenRun Pro. Welcome to the Vapor Trail channel. I'm Tony, and I love to get out on an electric skateboard, electric bike, heck, even just a regular skateboard or regular bike. I do a lot of active stuff. I live on the coast in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And if you're going to be out and you're going to be active, especially you're going to be on the roads and things like that, and you want to bring your music along, I tell you what, the bone conduction headsets, if you get a good one, is probably the best way to go. Because unlike something like the AirPods Pro or whatever that go inside your ears are left open. You can hear everything that is going on around you. And that becomes very important, especially in a tourist destination like where I live, because people just aren't paying attention on the roads. And you've got to make sure that you can hear everything that's going on around you. Now, by now I've tested, 4 or 5 sets of these things. The first one I ever got was AfterShokz. I actually purchased those. And up until I got these OpenRun Pro, those were my favorite ones, mainly because the audio on them is so good. Bone conduction works by basically vibrations are vibrating on the bones outside of your ear, creating that audio that you're going to hear inside your ear canal and inside your brain. A big side benefit to that is if you are at all hard of hearing, something like this might actually help you to be able to hear your music. Not all bone conduction headphones are equal. Some have more waterproofing than others, but if the most important thing to you is how good is the audio, well, these so far have been the best. Well, let's go ahead and dive down and take a look. Started out with AfterShokz, and that's actually what this company is, SHOKZ. They've changed their name to SHOKZ, formerly AfterShokz, as you can see right there. And the last set that I had on here, the Nanka, I still can't pronounce the name. I think this is actually what they were going for, because I want to say those were something Runner Pro or something like that. Well, this is the OpenRun Pro bone conduction sport headphones. And to me, SHOKZ is kind of the standard, you know, it's like everybody else is trying to do as good or better than SHOKZ. And out of all the different bone conduction headphones that I'm using, I have to say that my original AfterShokz do have the best sound to them, and they've got a real good fit to them and everything else, so perhaps you could say this is the gold standard. So I haven't tested these, obviously, because, well, they're still wrapped in plastic, but what I wanted to do, because I've only got one set, is go ahead and unbox this here on camera, then I can use them, and I'll finish this video all in one, okay? Go ahead and take this plastic off of here. So going over the box, bone conduction sport headphones. And already the image on the front does denote sports. I mean, it looks like he's been, you know, he's a runner, you know. Just repeating that over here. And here on the back, they have a 2-year warranty. It is Bluetooth, obviously. This one is blue. Now, I think that they just released 2 new colors, and blue and black would be those. So as with all of these, it's open ear design. It's powered by bone conduction technology. But SHOKZ, they have a turbo pitch technology for enhanced bass. Looking forward to that. Dual noise canceling mic for clear calls. You know, I use these when I'm out on my skateboard or my bike, the Super 73, you know, my electric mobility stuff. And sometimes I'm moving along at a pretty good clip. I need to be able to hear if there's vehicles around and all that kind of stuff, so that's good. And if somebody calls, well, you know, I can just answer right here on these headphones, and I need to make sure that they're clear, so that's good. They've got a titanium frame for secure fit. These are IP55 water resistant. The ones that I just had on here, those Nanka, that's just what I'm going to call them. They were IP58. So a little bit more water resistant. Look, I did use those in the shower. I can't imagine swimming with them or anything like that because it feels like you'd lose them off of your head anyways, so I don't know. 10 hours of music and calls on these from a charge and a quick charge on here, so that is cool. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and slide that out. I wish they would put little thumb things on there so it's a little bit easier to open the box. Okay. Okay, another thing that's really good about SHOKZ, or AfterShokz, the original one that I got, they always send you a little case. So that's pretty cool. Got a little case here. I think the other one was like a neoprene case. This one's kind of almost like a soft hard shell. That's a nice little case. So this is the charging cable, and it is magnetic. I've read up on these a little bit already. Come out of here. Where is that? Okay, so that's your magnetic connection right there. Goes on there, and yeah, that's actually really secure. Those are nice, good-sized magnets. Just sticks on there the way it's supposed to go. And you could actually plug this in and let these hang and charge. That's good. I wanted to test that right off the bat. Other ones that I've tried like this, the magnet was really weak, and it just, yeah, you have to really coddle them to set them down. Just a quick cursory look over these. Microphones right here. A function button right there. Oh, and this is much better. On the original version that I got, the first ones that I had, the buttons were hard to discern. I could feel the plus on there and the minus over here. There's actually more than the plus button there, so I would know that's the power and plus. Or just remember that the one closest to your face is. See, these, they actually have a little grill right here. That might be part of that bass enhancement. But yeah, the frame of these is titanium. You can twist it and all that kind of stuff, and they stay secure. Also fit nicely into the case. I like that a lot. Plus you can keep your charging cable inside of there. And then under this, you're going to have all of your literature. Got your warranty card here. They do have your serial number on the back. Got a user guide here. Yeah, see, there is a multi-function button on here that you can use for, well, a lot of stuff. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I see. So if you hit it once, then you're going to pause or play. Next song is 2. 3 times is previous song. You can answer a call or end a call. It doesn't really show me on there. I mean, it's a very simple manual. I was just trying to see if they had a breakdown of the components on there. There is an LED on there for indication, so that's cool. All right. Yeah, this is going to be nice. And apparently they have a new app, so you can manage multi-point pairing, upgrade firmware, change EQ modes, and more, so I will be downloading that. And then this card is just an informational thing with storage and maintenance and all of that. All right, cool. Well, it looks like I'm going to have some fun with these. Luckily, the weather is starting to get better here. It's springtime almost, and I'm going to be out, man. I'm going to be out on those bikes and skateboards and all that stuff, so these are going to come in handy. So not too shabby. It's great. These things work really well when I'm wearing a helmet. They don't interfere with the back of the helmet because you got that little ratchet thing that's back here. It doesn't interfere with that, at least in my experience. These are a little bit smaller than some of the other ones that I've had. I don't know if they're like totally smaller, but they seem a little bit smaller, so they're not, you know, hanging way off of your neck back here and catching on things and stuff like that. I can actually tell you that the form factor of the bone conduction vibrating centers and the battery and all of that are definitely smaller on these than the other ones that I've tried. They seem really, really sturdy, and one of the things that's really important to me is that I don't want to have to take these things off or try to guess where the dang buttons are. And so far, I've had some issues with that on every one of the ones that I've tried. These, there's just 2 buttons on there, and I can just easily just feel for that button that's closest to my face, hit that, and I know that that's either the plus, and then behind that is the minus for up and down, or for turning it on and off. Of course, you also have that function button right there, which works great for answering a phone call, switching your songs, you know, going forward or reverse. And when they're on, I have no problem finding that button and just going boop to hit it to the next thing, or, you know, whatever function I need to do. Now, these aren't like, you know, swim with them type waterproof, but in my experience, I had a set of those, or I have a set of those, the Ninka. And with those, I took a shower with them, but even then it was like, okay, I just wanted to test them to see if they really were that waterproof. They did work for that. And they also say that you could swim with them and stuff like that, but I don't see that being very practical. Now, these are obviously called sport headphones, and they are waterproof enough for your basic sweating, or if it starts to rain on you or something like that, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. Ultimately, I'm a bit of an audiophile. I mean, you know, I play guitar and been into music since I was a little kid. So while some of the other headsets that I've tried have worked, and, you know, they're functional, they sound pretty good, these sound really good. It's super surprising how good they sound, while keeping your ear open so that you can actually hear what is going on around you. So I think that's really cool. They call it the SHOKZ Turbo Pitch Technology for enhanced bass. If you haven't used bone conduction headphones before, you'll find that it is slightly different. It's not the same as having a headphone stuck inside of your ear, you know, an earbud or whatever. But once you get past that and you get used to what it actually is, and the sound is good, it doesn't matter. That's not to say I don't ever use my AirPods Pro. I kind of use them probably about 50-50 if I'm around the house or something like that. Well, actually, I've found that I've been using these just about everywhere. And because they loop up around your ear and they're around the back of your neck, there's a lot less risk of losing them, especially if you're doing an activity. So I dig it. The OpenRun Pro from SHOKZ, and I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to my channel. So if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there is a red subscribe button down there. If you click that and the notification bell, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. It's almost springtime here on the Outer Banks, the OBX of North Carolina. I got a lot of outdoor activities planned, so I'll be wearing stuff like this. I'm also going to be doing more videos on e-mobility. I'm looking at getting an electric scooter, maybe more than one. My wife hates that I'm bringing all this stuff in. I live in a condo, so I don't have a whole lot of space. But I've got the Super 73. I'll be doing some modifications to that. I'll be doing more videos on that. I may have a couple more electric skateboards coming and just all kinds of stuff that I can do with that. I appreciate your long time support here in the channel. And if you are new to the channel, well, I've got social media links down there if you want to follow those. And if you have any suggestions on electric mobility, equipment, and things to go with that, or even guitars and stuff, I might be doing some videos on that coming up. Please leave a comment down below the video. I'd appreciate it. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.